what is the Global Ghost Hunt to me? The Global Ghost Hunt is a celebration of teams and locations, not just here in the U.S., but all around the world. It is an opportunity to unite groups and enthusiasts of this paranormal community in many different ways, and to highlight teams, locations, and all of us. And honestly, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? You get to experience new groups, you get to promote yourself, promote your teams, and more importantly too, the locations. A lot of our locations are being forgotten. So the Global Ghost Hunt is a perfect opportunity to bring your team, bring your locations out into the spotlight and have your chance to have your 15 minutes of fame and to make an everlasting impact in our community.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Tonight's going to be a pretty short show. I'm just trying to show off some of our equipment that we use once in a blue moon, if I can remember we having it, such as the motion lights. We use it quite a bit at the clinic. So let's see who we got in here. Hey there, Myers. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Jamie, how you doing? Myers said, hey to you, Jamie. Nightbot says, hey to everybody. James says, hey, Myers. I wish I can get that little Nightbot right there, the little symbol. I wish I can get it looking like the Gizmo. That would be pretty cool. Which I got him sitting over on the shelf. See him back there? That ain't the. That's another one. That's a different one. That don't make sound. That's just a. Excuse me. That's just a stuffed animal. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, it would be. I think if there's any way you can change his picture, that'd be cool. Myers said he agrees. Let's see. Maybe y'all have some of these stuff. We use them a lot, and say, for instance, this right here is what everybody should have with them. I mean, is a bunch of lights. Any kind of lights that you can find. That you don't have to be real bright. This here ain't but like 300-400 lumens and stuff like that. And this right here is just something there that where I can see walking through the woods. Nothing major. So you need to get some decent lights that you can actually see so you won't stumble over anything. And I got a bunch of these little lights like this that comes with them little handheld tripods that we used. and they got 3 modes on them, and they will light up outside. If you got more than 3 or 4, you can land an airplane with them. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably end up getting a call from the airport saying, "Hey, cut your lights off. Airplanes can't see." And they ain't no bigger than that, you know. So I've got 2. My dad's got 2, but I got one of his other ones in the truck somewhere. It's supposed to be. They don't tell him where it's at. I might have been in my pocket and might have got washed a while ago. I don't know. I can't keep up with nothing. If I want to find something, I just go to the washing machine and then I'll find it. That's the way my luck runs. And I really... Good evening, Cross. Good evening to you. How you doing? Good to see you. I do use this once in a very blue moon. It's my little black light that I use. It's got that thing, and you can actually see some stuff. I'll be honest with you, I take this with me when I go stay in a room somewhere when we're on a location. We'll go at our hotel room and stuff. I shine this bad boy around. I'll be sleeping in the floor. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's good for. A lot of people don't understand that, but I watched one too many Gordon Ramsay videos. Hello, Devildog's keeper. Yeah, if you go in and watch the all Gordon Ramsay's the hotels and stuff where you try and get some back online and get them, that's where I learned that trick from. So I've been taking this with me everywhere I go, especially to the rooms that we stay in. Just what I ain't gonna tell you how to use it, but you watch his videos, he'll tell you. Believe me, he gets graphic with it too. So let's see. And this is another thing that we prefer to use. It's just that it makes more sense for the reason you don't cook in a hotel bed. No, but there's other stuff. You can find bugs and stuff like that. That's all I'm gonna say. He does the hotel. He stays in the hotel room, and it's a hotel makeover or something. I don't know the name of the show, but I watched it twice now in all the ever series that he came out with that, and some of the owners gets mad at him, throws him out, but he's trying to help them. Hotel Hell, that's it. That's it. I know though somebody will figure that out. I'm just kidding with you. Laugh out loud. Oh, Lordy mercy. So this is the main piece of equipment that we have other than flashlights is our radios. You know, we've got 10 or 15 of these that we use. Only my 8 members got one assigned to them. You can't go wrong to being in touch with contact with somebody else. I'm going to try to turn one of these into a like a spirit box or some sort. Good cook bows in bed. I've seen them. Hi, Johnson. Yeah, hey there, Shirley. How you doing? Jamie says hi. Hey, Bez. Good to see you. Team Jamie. Yeah, I think everybody in here right now is Team Jamie. At least I hope. That'd be a bad day. Myers, good to see you. I just doing. Jamie laughing out loud. I can hear you laughing all the way up here, Jamie. But no, these here is about one of our main equipments that we actually have. Me and my dad don't carry one out with us when we go by ourselves because normally we're right there within each other, you know, and I think that's pretty neat. I was hoping for some barbecue the other day. Yeah, we actually ate barbecue that same night they was cooking it. I went to the store that day before and I bought some of that Jack Daniel's pulled pork, which that was nasty. We eat one little packet in it and that's it. The other one's still in the freezer. I think that was money wasted on that one. Let's see. So we done went over the radios. These are actually 16 channel radios, but there's only 9 of them that's activated. So my main members got one that's signed to them, and we got extra ones just in case we have to have them on big locations, such as big events or something. There are volunteers that will help us out or stuff like that. The different equipment that we use to communicate with the spirits. And you sit there now. Five categories, day 1, 1st, 7, 13, 16, and 16. Let's see. Congratulations to them. Yep, congratulations. I forgot to show this with the lights and stuff like that. But this is our motion light. It's got 3 settings on it. You put it in auto. The blue light will come on when it wants to. It'll look like that. Then it will go off. And then when something walks in front of it, it will go off. Let's see if it'll do it. See, they're really sensitive and bright. We've got 6 of these, I believe, 6 or 8, somewhere like that. When we go to the clinic, we'll set them up pretty much about anywhere. We'll have one sitting outside, 2 or 3 sitting upstairs and stuff like that. Did you get your e-card? Sound like for Lord and want to win, laugh out loud. Hello, KK. And these are the others that we use to communicate with the spirits, which we use this to communicate with them. That lets us know we're there. And these is the cat toys that we use. This one works, but sometimes it gets on its last leg. It don't want to work that good. This is one of the first ones that we had, so it's about 3 years old. And these are the balloon lights that we use. They look like this, And then when we cut them on, they'll start blinking red, blue, and green. I just back off the ends a little bit where they just barely shut off. And when the spirit wants to cut them on and communicate, all he does is touch the back up like that. So that's what I've got, a whole pack of these bad boys. I think I got 15 of them still left. I showed y'all the other ones the other night, the bigger ones, but they don't work as good as the bloom lights does. This is our K2. We use this also to communicate. I had to use a penny in this one to hold it on because the button won't stay on. This is old one. This is back when the dinosaurs used to use them. So I had to mash it down, cram a penny there on the side of it to keep it on. The switch inside is wore out and it won't stay clicked. And we also use this pendulum. I've used this a couple of times because I keep forgetting I have it in my pocket until I get in the truck and ready to come home. And that's when I realized I had it and never did get to use it. But I used it on the bridge the other day, but my hand wasn't steady enough to keep it from moving until I start asking questions. Because one thing, it was cold out there. I don't know where my other thermometer is, but it's probably in the truck. I hadn't seen it in here. It might be in the glove box of the truck. But I do have this. It's a heat gun that lets you know what the heat sensor is. See, I got 93, 92, 93.2 breaths. That's how hot the thing is. I would point it to myself, but it'll blow the batteries out of it. I mean, it lets you know how hot stuff is. Wrong, but I'll look. Shirley, has there been a time when all the equipment went off? Not all at once, but we have had a bunch of stuff go off. Like sometimes the little balloon lights and cat toys go off together. The K2 will go off sometimes with the cat toys. Sometimes the cat toys and maybe the K2 will go off, and then when my cousin comes, she brings her little mag light and her dowsing rods. I can use the dowsing rods and she'll set the mag light up, and the way you can tell that the person using the dowsing rods is not faking it, because if they move and the light comes on, something happens. That's the way I like to use the flashlight trick. All at the same time. Yeah, pretty much. A few things, but not everything, like all the K2s and all the cat toys and the gremlin and the pendulum, stuff like that. You don't go off all at the exact same time. But now if you have a bunch of the cat toys, like that one investigation we had at the Quaker Cemetery, we set up like 7, 8 cat toys on different little graves out through there, all over the cemetery. And my buddy Mark was with us that night, and he did a moment of silence. And when he did, we started back talking. Every one of the lights came on. They come on one at a time, just like somebody went out there and touched them one at a time, right the way we had them set out. Most spirits are not strong enough to use all that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I don't know anything about it. Oh, you're fine. Oh, I forgot the most important piece of equipment too that we we ask to communicate too with the red thermometer thing because we can find the hot spots and temperature and see the different stuff like that. But this is another one. This is the same thing as a K2. It's just an EMF detector. Uh, it's one of the newer style that came out not too long ago, and people started using it. This is what it looks like. It does have the temperature on it, like the degrees and Celsius and all that stuff. And it's got the UT, whatever the UT is, and it's got MG, whatever the MG is. I just go through there until I find something interesting, then I'll use that part. Let's see who we got in here. Kenny says, "Good evening, everybody. I understand that why John has his own show to no. Everybody saying hi to Kenny. He came in. He said hi to everybody else. Said hi. You're right back. Phone call. Oh, you're fine. So this is what it does have a little alarm on it. It's got the sensor positions on it where you can get on either side of it, not on top, but on either side. So this one you have to go side to side and sweep instead of just pointing and stuff like that. So I don't really use it that much because it don't stay on long enough. It cuts off after a minute or so, and it'll just cut off, and you got to recut it back on and everything. So it don't really have use in my arsenal for that. But this is what everybody has been talking about for a while. I never would thought that it will actually work. I mean, I had it thought in my head it probably would since that night at the clinic the piano went off, but I didn't think that I will own something there that I can actually make the work like outside like that, as far as us going up to touch it and stuff. But it actually made a pretty good size hit for our group. I don't know how many people will actually start using one or have one in their equipment, but it's actually fun to have. I like listening to everybody talk about it. Jamie, she talks about it a lot, especially when it kind of jumped off the bridge by accident. It's this booger. This is one of our favorite pieces of equipment. We try to use it every single time we go out. It normally stays in the truck. It runs off 3 AA batteries and 2 AA batteries. And it actually does go off by itself out on location. You threw him. Oh, he did. You got told on. Yeah, he jumped off the bridge because I saw him. I tried to run and catch him, but the camera was in the way that night, so I couldn't catch him. But now when he hollers, he's supposed to move like this. But something there when he fell off, something had broke in his back right here, and it won't move like that. It just sits there now. But like I said before, I never would dream of having this as a piece of our equipment. I just walked down through Walmart one day and I seen it. I was sitting there messing with it, and I thought maybe that could work for us. So I told my dad, "Let's get it." And it's a whole lot cheaper than one of them Boo Bear, Boo Buddies, whatever it is. It's just crazy. Got to go, Jonathan. Bye, everyone. Catch y'all later. Old gremlin. Don't get it wet. Bye. Bye, Shirley. See y'all. See you best. I just don't. I didn't know it was actually going to take off as a piece of our equipment. But since I've been working with it ever since we got it, and finally that one night, it literally went off, and Vicky was there. She seen it, and I think Stevie from Stevie's Outdoorsman, he was there, I believe. I think he saw it go off. So Kenny says good night, best. But that is one of our favorite. We tried to go out with that every time we do an investigation. So I was hungry. I had to go to Taco Bell. Yeah, I was actually wished you was there because I know how you watched just to try to see if he'll go off. It was actually crazy. I asked my dad, I said, "Who was in here right quick when it went off?" Sounds good, Jamie. Hey, Ted, buddy, how you doing, man? That was the night Luke went off. Yeah, I really, really hate that you really missed that one but you should be able to see it here for long because I about got that video worked out. I'll see the replay. He did. Yeah, the replay is, God, it's crazy. Up to that point, it was just the K2 light blinked one time, and then the spirit box sensor, it goes off crazy every time we go. It don't matter where we go at, that little sensor goes off like it's nobody's business. Next time I'm going to try to set up a camera or two around the gremlin and around the little spirit box section just to see if we can catch anything on night vision. Act surprised, okay. Okay. That allowed me to, Jane. Was you in there, Myers, when it went off? I can't remember who all was there that night. I know Stevie from Outdoorsman. I can't remember who I was in there. I know Vicky was because as soon as I got up and went over to look at the camera, Vicky, she said something about it. And that's when that truckload of girls went by and it never did go off. So it had to be something touching it. I mean, that's just, oh, you wasn't there? Okay. You was in, but I think you left before it actually went off. Maybe. Let's see. Of course, I got this camera rigged up now. Everything's upside down on it, but if we used it last night, it didn't last long because the card in it ain't got enough of memory on the card. It was a clean card. I erased everything on it. It sat there for 2 minutes, and it got full. It cut off. So I got to go get me a higher powered card to put back in there. And this is my IR light that makes everything brighter with night vision. You cut this on, and it throws it out there. You see about 10 more yards further. So that's what that's for. You chased after the truckload of girls, laugh out loud. No, I didn't. His dad did. Oh, yes. Yeah, they went by pretty fast. Well, not fast on the bridge, but they hit the other end of the bridge pretty hard with the truck. So I know, and the gremlin didn't go off, so I know it could be the bridge shaking. And then that van came through. Joseph was in it, and the gremlin didn't go off again. And this is one of my other favorite pieces of equipment that we use. Mainly got this for big events that we have. If I have more than 5 people and I can't talk over the crowd, I've got this thing. This thing's getting me in a lot of trouble. For one, I was sitting in the parking lot the other morning at work, and I had the siren on. And everybody was just looking at me. So that thing is going to get me in trouble. Well, that's really all the equipment I've got. I got my SLS camera, and I can show you this right here on the screen. Of course, got my SLS. That's what it looks like. 120 pounds of awesomeness. Stuff like that. Oh, I need that when Eddie ignores me. Laugh out loud every day. Yeah, they got one bigger one than that. I bought that one at Harbor Freight, and they got a bigger one. That's the small one. I'm afraid to get the big one because I can tell them what happened with that. I got that one put together, put the batteries in and everything. And I started hauling, had to roll my window down in my truck, sitting in the parking lot of the store. And I just hollering on it, talking out. People just look. I'm like, where'd that come from? I love Harbor Freight. Yeah, that's where we got most of our stuff at. That's where we got this at. We got, like I said, either 6 to 8 of these things. That's where we bought our little infrared camera. The infrared thing we got that looks about like this is about half this size in the front. Little thermo thing. That's where we got that at. That's where we got our DVR systems at. We got 2 DVR boxes, and we got 12 cameras to go with those. And we got 2 regular computer monitors, one a little bit bigger than the other one that we use to hook up the cameras. So next time we go, we can have different angles. We can have 12 angles on the setting up. Hey, Vicky. Hey, guys. Hey, how you doing there, Vicky? the phone's moving faster than the computer. So when I start hitting on one, it jump up, and then I hit the one underneath of it. Vicky, Jamie. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? I got my regular tripod that's got the my two bigger lights on it. I got this light that I use on my tripods. It's the grill light, Expert Grill, and it's got 2 modes on it. You find it in the grilling section at Walmart. It's got a little base on where you can just clamp it, leave it clamped on something. And you take this inside and charge it, and put it back, and it'll just clip in this little bracket. I keep it on my tripod, and I just take this and plug it up right there, and it's got a little blue light. When it gets charged, it'll turn blue, I think, or green one. I got 2 of these, one on each tripod, and then I got my bigger one, my 15 lumens on the other one too, that makes it a little bit brighter. So, which these little boogers here is bright. See? Now I got spots in my eyes. She said, hey to Autumn and Steven. Do you have a indoor outdoor thermometer? I use one in one room, one in another. Yes, I do. I got one indoor outdoor thermometer. I don't have any other ones, but just that one, which I'm going to go get a couple more. I bought them at Walmart also. I think we got 2 big tripods. You got one little tripod. I got another little tripod where I rigged up my grid pin on it, and we use it when we go out to a couple places. Hey Baker, how you doing, buddy? Had a great week. Yeah, it's not too bad. Friday I was a little tired because my treatment. I slept about all day long, and yesterday I felt pretty good, not bad. But today I've been in and out. I was feeling a little rough today, but that's typical. Good Lord. Hey y'all, how are we doing tonight? I'm doing good, Mr. Rogers. Appreciate you coming in. You too, Baker. Jamie says hi to Baker. She says hi to Mr. Rogers. Vicky says hi to Dwayne. Baker says hello to everyone. Mr. Rogers, she said. Mine has a home unit and one sensor. It gives 6 temperatures, high and low, and current temperature for both rooms. Yeah, I'm going to get one like that too. Jamie, Vicky, and Myers. Myers says, hey to Baker and Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers says, hey, Dwayne. Yeah, we next time I'll take you out to the truck and show you our big boxes where we had made. And I was doing a live Saturday morning. Jason was in there with me, and Sean, Native Wild Man, he was in there. And Jason been with me for a little while, and then I had to take our trash to the dump and everything. And I was sitting in the truck doing the live. My dad, he got out and threw the trash away, and I had to get out of the truck and show the man our boxes because he wanted to see what the boxes look like. And so I had to get out and show him that, and which they turned out nice. I've still yet got to go find a the paint that will be a color scheme our uh, for our group. I want to paint it look like a cop car. Uh, I want to try to paint one front part of it black and back part black, and in the middle of it white, and put the cop symbol in the front. I mean, on the side like the doors. That's my idea, and put red lights on top or blue, whichever the case may be. I'm good. I appreciate you coming in, Vicky. I was worried about you. I thought, well, that's first. She ain't been in here yet. Of course, you know, Jamie, she done picked on me for about throwing little gizmo off the bridge. I was telling about that, and she said I throwed him off. So I don't know if she's telling the truth or what. Oh my nose is itching. Said I would never. Oh me. There's something else. Oh, this is what we got. Now I ain't got no excuse for not going to doing paranormal in the rain, like in a cemetery or something, because I seen these at the store the other day, and I never had a chance to go pick any up until Saturday. Me and my dad went to the store to so he can get some stuff to eat on, and I found these umbrellas that has the clip on them. I can screw this off, flip it around, and put it back on. And now I can clip that onto my tripod over top of my camera, and then we can investigate. I know it's going to look real tacky, but it might do some good. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. Try it. You can't do nothing but just try it. See if it'll work. We got new umbrellas too. Old saying, if nose itches, someone's coming to see you. Yeah, I don't know if that's a true statement, man, because I scratched my nose yesterday. It itched all day yesterday, and nobody come see me. Even my family won't come see me. Long as it works, don't matter what it looks like. Yeah, I gotta get the one that goes on my head. You know, that little umbrella that clamps on your head, so my eyes won't get all fogged up. It's hard filming and holding an umbrella when we did it for 5 days straight. Good Lord. Yeah, Dwayne, left side male, right side female, both sides couple. Yeah, it's all over. So I ain't gonna tell who I was gonna be coming. Let's see. Oh, me. Well, I'm gonna play the P3 video right quick. Take a break. Get something to drink. I hope y'all will still be here when it gets done. I got a few pictures I want to show that what different things that like what we actually going to try to get for the group. So we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, welcome back. Vicky said she had dinner, didn't get notified. You're good. I didn't get notified too many times myself today. I just, like I said, I was surfing through the YouTube and finally stumbled up on a couple people went live today, or the ones that had new videos out and stuff like that. I forgot about this. This is our little handheld camera. We've got two of these. It's got the mic and everything on it. We hadn't had these long. We got them about like a couple things. Channel search. Yeah, I was just looking through there to see what I want to watch. I normally try to watch a lot of history stuff. At least a lot of Civil War stuff and things like that. But I've seen so many of them, all of them starting to run together now and everything like that. So, and then I started doing the weird history thing on there. They tell a lot about different old stuff about Victorian days and things. All the tortures and everything, all that stuff about back in old days. I appreciate that, Vicky. Thank you a lot. This is our handheld camera. I've got two of these. I got one, and my dad's got one, and it's got the pretty sensitive mic on the top of it. You can pick up a lot of different things. I cut mine on all the way to the front. That way I can pick up a little bit further. See, and it's also got the night vision on it. Also, let's see, but that's the night vision, and that's the regular vision. It's got the hookups where you can. This first one right here is the charging hookup. That's where the mic goes in, where you plug in this. And this right here, I can put the cord in here. I can hook it to the big TV, and I can play my videos on the big TV from the camera. And I won't have to take out the card and do it that way. But if I had my computer, if it had a spot where I can plug it into that, I can run it from my camera to my computer and put it on like that. John, we went to a place. You got to see it has changed. Has over 100 unknown Confederate soldier graves. Yeah, I heard you mention about that the other night on your show. I would love to go see that place. Hey there, Parasolo. How you doing, buddy? Oh, hey there. Hey, Parasolo. Yeah, I would love to go see that. My dad, we just got these not too long before we went to the battleship last year, and we was playing around with them to learn a little bit about it. Crossover never won. I'm still at work, but going home soon. I gotta go in the morning. It's gonna be rough. We will show that coming up. Okay, that'd be cool, man. I will check it out for sure. So, hey, Myers. Gotta head out. Good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Hello, Vicky. You said hello back to Mr. Rogers. Jamie says hi, Pierce. Hello. Not by Myers. The story about the camera that I was going to tell you. We got them just right before the battleship trip, probably about a month before, I guess. And we was playing around with it. My dad, he hadn't messed with his that much. He just learned a little bit of it, just to how to get it cut on and what some of the buttons used to record and stuff like that. And he likes to take a lot of pictures. He don't care much as making videos or nothing like that, but he likes to take pictures. So we was on the battleship down at Wilmington, and he went out there and he wanted to take a picture of the airplane that's on the back of the ship. He said, I put the camera up there and the plane didn't show up. Where is that? That I don't know. It's 36, whatever that means. I don't know what all that means. All I know it's pretty cool. It's a pretty good little camera, to be honest with you. For $150, it's not bad. I'm gonna get a different one here for long. Like I said, we got down there, and my dad, he wants to take a picture of the airplane on back. So he held up his camera and said the airplane disappeared. He put it back down and said there's the airplane was. He said he stuck it back up there again. Said the airplane wasn't there. He said he don't know how many times he took a picture and it wasn't there. And it was dark, but he had his night vision on, so he should be able to see it. And he kept doing that 2 or 3 times, and he come back in. He said, "Man, this boat is haunted." Said every time I try to take a picture of the airplane, it disappears. And I got to looking. He didn't even take his lens caps off his lens. We had time with that. I laughed so hard till I couldn't laugh no more. My ribs and everything was hurting on me. We all got tickled. He went back out there, and we made sure his lens cap was off. Then he took him a picture of the airplane. That's good. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get another one that where I can stream from the camera right straight to YouTube, and I ain't got to bring it home and download it on the computer, take the card out, and switch it over into my little card reader, stick it in the computer, and read it like that. Because most of the time I forget to stick my card back in there. Yeah, my dad, I wished I could have filmed that night when he was taking that airplane picture. He said, "I'm gonna send it back," and said it ain't no count. I said, "No, it's good," but he keeps getting taking his lens caps off. He said he took about 6, 7 pictures of inside of his lens caps, and I went back and looked at it. That was so funny. I thought, "What the devil is that?" But he thought he done spotted some paranormal activity on that battleship at night. He come back, he was all excited. He said, "Man, I tried to take a picture, hold it up there, and it wasn't the airplane wasn't there. So when I pull it back, so the airplane was there." He said, he said, "I snapped it anyway, but he took a picture of inside his lens cap." I laughed so hard that I don't think I'll ever get over that. That was so funny. Let's see. Here's a couple pictures that I've done erased the REM pod that I want, but it's still on here though. That one in the up left corner, the little black with red top and the little LEDs on there. That's what I want to get for our group next. That is a REM pod. I think that will be a good piece of equipment for us. It does the same thing as the Boo Bear and stuff like that. Uh, it does the same thing like the cat toys, but it don't have. But that has sound. Cat toys don't have sound, and also it does the same thing as we use the Gremlin for. So that's what we're working on getting, and I also want to get this on the end right here, the air scoop thing. It tells you to the very second what the air temperature is and what kind of energy is performing on the little indicator thing there. It's the little black box with a long black stem on the end of it. That's another piece of equipment that we're getting. I just got to find one that's pretty cheap enough to get that. How much do those run, John? What the REM pod is $188 for that. Cheapest place I have found it is at Ghost Stop, but they run sales on it every now and then, but they'll knock off $10. So, and my Gremlin that we use now, it instead of me paying $188, our Gizmo it's $29.99 at Walmart, and they actually came down to $24.99 now. Okay. And I don't know how much an air scoop thing is. I ain't never checked on that. I'm scared to look at that. But we bought this at Walmart, the little thermo laser pointer. We bought it at Walmart and give $19 for it. We got 2 of these. Me and Daddy's got one. And I gave $5 for my little pendulum at one of those rock stores, all that spiritual store stuff, and the rest of it. When I first started out, these right here was the only 2 pieces of equipment that I had. These what my cousin Shasta and her mom gave me for Christmas one year. Back in 2017, I think it was. Or 2018. 2018, I think, when I got these. And that's when I really started getting more deep interested in doing ghost hunt. Did you get another gizmo? No, we ain't yet. I want to, because I really enjoyed having those. This is my first one that I had, so I'm going to give it to Jamie as a paranormal souvenir, because it's the very first thing that we used that anybody else has tried, and that's the first thing that we use different than normal investigating tools. So I'm going to donate that one to Jamie as a souvenir, as C.O.P.S first weird piece of equipment. But you can pick them up at Walmart for $24.99 now, and they only had 2 at our Walmart, so I'm going to probably go to the other one and see if they got more. Well, I don't like to pick the first one up, because one they had up there, the box is all messed up. Ain't no telling what people done to it. And the other one, it actually worked, but I didn't have the money for it right at that spur of the moment. So, but we will get us another one and use it to replace that one. But I'm going to use that one until I get another one. I about forgot the most important thing. I ordered this offline back in January, and it got here in January, so I ain't used it yet. I'm kind of don't know how to use it. I mean, it tells you where everything goes and everything like that, but it's a paranormal investigation logbook. When we go to places, we can write down things that we do. I do recommend for getting one of these for your group, and sign one person that writes in it all the time to it, because you can go back, and if you ever had to go back to a same location again, you can write down different things, to things like that. So you throw it over the bridge, then give it to Jamie. Laugh out loud. Oh, cool. Laugh out loud, Vicky, right? Yeah, I do recommend getting one of these logbooks, because it tells you, you can start your own case number, and tells you can write down the date you done it, time you start, location, and the address for your reference only. Then you can sketch a thing right there if you're a good, decent sketcher. Then it's got events, room and location, descriptions, equipment, investigators, reports, and notes and stuff down on the bottom. and it's like it on every page, front and back, so you won't waste paper. I don't know how many investigations you can do. A whole book full, I guess. I forget what website I got it off of, but I think that'll be good for our group, having to sign everything too. And plus, you can see who went which room and stuff, and you can switch up the rooms, people in different rooms. Next time you go back, just in case, see what you want to see if they get something different and use it as an experiment session, you know. We use spiritual tablet to interview and do notes on investigation. Well, that's pretty cool. Do you watch C.O.P.S, Paranormal? I do once in a while. I don't do it a lot. I try to watch much paranormal stuff as I can. I just hadn't used that book because I don't write as good that you can understand what we're doing when we go back. Let's see here. This is the basic equipment, you know, your little thermo scanner. That's the same thing as what I've got. That's at Daddy's house right now. And a little digital recorder. We've got one. Mine is the Sony, the gray one. It's like one of the first ones that they came out with. Then the Spirit Box. We got one, but ours got a little blue light that turns red every now and then. It's got the sensor in it. We do have a still camera with night visions too. So, and of course, we got the handheld, and we got two handhelds. We got two K2s. We got a buttload of flashlights, and I got almost 20 some radios that we use. And I do have a compass that I use once in a while. Y'all don't ever see me use it on my shows or nothing like that, but I do use it every once in a while. That's another one piece of equipment that I can't remember that I have it. That's the reason why I want to get me one of them fishing vests like Neil was talking about the other day, to put my stuff in and carry it that way, and then have somebody sew me on some extra pockets and loops and stuff. I need to get a thermocam. Yeah, it's they good to have. One we got is you don't take videos; it just takes pictures. It's just something there one step up from what we didn't have, which we use it a lot to just check for heat signatures and stuff. Especially that night when the gremlin went off, but it wouldn't work. We put fresh batteries in it before we got out of the truck that night, and it didn't work. I don't know what happened to it. That'd be cool too. Vicky said I got a thermocam for my birthday last year. Like it. Yeah, we're actually going to work on getting us one, but one I want is like the one that we had in the fire department. That thing, you can put your hand on the wall and let it sit there for 5 minutes and move it off and point the camera to it, and you can see your handprint. That's one we want. but they're like $5,000, if not more. Oh, wrong. But reason why we used them in the fire department to see to find people in the house fires and stuff. We only had to use it 1 or 2 times. Be right back. I gotta take care of something. Oh, you're fine, Jamie. Appreciate it. Look into getting an EDI plus meter. I'm gonna try to get us a little bit more equipment, a little bit more higher tech stuff to use. I do want to try to get a few different ones. And I also, too, want to announce that I will be doing a giveaway here for long. I got 395 people that come visit our cemeteries now, so I got to do a 300 giveaway and a 400 giveaway. I'm 5 away from 400. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's probably some of them flashlights I got over there because I got, I don't know, a bunch over there. I need to get rid of them. I got 3 more of those lamps like I had the last time, those desk lamps. I got, I think, 2 black ones and a white one left. I got a bunch of those little flashlight with hooks on it, and I got 2, 3 of the flashlights that goes on your head with the band. I need to get rid of some of that stuff on that shelf, so I'll probably end up giving some of that stuff away. I did want to mention that before I went off tonight, so I do appreciate everybody that actually joined our channel here this past 3 days, past week, and also the people that has joined our Facebook. I do want to give out a shout out to Devildog himself for helping me with my YouTube stuff this morning. My channel is going to be a little different. When you type in to come look us up in Paranormal and stuff like Crossover Paranormal Society, you will see a different background. I will have a banner up for long. So it's the Missouri Fire departments are required to update their cameras, so they sell the old ones. You might want to check with departments. Yeah, our department won't get rid of nothing around here like that. They take everything back to turn them in, and they'll trade them in. Yeah, they supposed to every 2 years, but ours don't. We still got a fire truck that's back from the 90s, early 90s. So that lets me know right there they ain't going to get to me a new piece of equipment. I remember driving a fire truck that was 5-speed on the floor and just keep on getting it. There was only very few of us can drive a straight gear truck. So, and they got rid of the automatic one because nobody can drive a straight gear. So they went ahead and kept that one and got rid of the one that was automatic. Appreciate you coming back there, Jamie. Thank you for hanging out with us. When are you doing another graveyard run? I will be uploading a video from last night. Me and my dad went and done my family cemetery. It was crazy. It was off the hook. Last night, my best friend that is buried in that same cemetery, we laid a balloon light down on his grave, and it came on the other night. That's the first time I ever got him interact with any kind of equipment except for the K2 and the spirit box that one night. That was pretty crazy. So we went back. We done it last night. So we got him to say something to us through the lights, and the sensor on the spirit box kept going off. The blue light kept going off a little bit here and there. We used the SLS camera, and it actually mapped out something sitting beside a daddy, and one was sitting on the tombstone right beside a daddy in front of him. Wonderful. Yes, I remember. What happened to your friend? He passed away. I don't know if you can say it on YouTube or not, but he actually committed suicide. That's just what the police department says. I don't know. Time for the old timer to turn in. Good night, everyone. Jonathan, we'll see you in the morning. Oh, I didn't want to think about work. Now I see you too, Baker, man. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me, buddy. I always enjoy seeing you and hearing from you and talking to you. I can't wait till Wednesday for sure. I done told my wife, I said, I'm putting everything aside and I'm going fishing with Baker. And that's just it. Night, Dwayne. Good night, Baker. James says hi to Robin. She says, I'm sorry. It's all good. Hi, Devildog. Hi, Robin. Hi, Vicky. That was my best friend. I mean, we done everything together. He been around us ever since we was 5 years old. That's the guy that we used to work with a lot in farming different people. We farmed all the way up into mid part of Virginia before. We prime biker for everybody around here. It wasn't a day go by somebody calling us and say, hey, come over here and help us. We need help. Me and my dad and my brother will load up and we'll go. It's just a lot of stuff like that. He used to come and get us when we had snow and we were still in school. He drove all the way from his house to our house, pick us up, and it was snowing. You couldn't even see the road. And we used to go spend nights with him while it's snowing. And we'd go get out on a four-wheeler and play around. We go hunting. We do all kinds of stuff. We done night camping in the snow, in the woods, cold, hot. We used to float down the river on the four-wheeler. We used to drive out in the river with his truck and stuff like that. Everything, you name it, we did it. We'll get out in the middle of the night, riding the roads. That's how I learned to drive my first straight gear vehicle, because we got out and I had to drive us back. And I was like, what, 12, 13, 14 years old, driving back home 2 or 3 hours to get to the house. Good memories. Oh, yeah, a lot of good memories. And we got my mom messing with the lights. So I laid the lights down on her grave, and that went off. We got them go off twice on her grave, and that part meant a lot too. that was really, really cool. But it was little crazy. Uh, it was pretty fun. James said she'll be right back. It was a lot. I can't wait to watch. Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We can take the SLS camera out there, and we got some stick figures everywhere. There was one, like I said, sitting in front of my dad when he was sitting on that stool. One was sitting on my aunt and uncle's grave, like leaned back like this on the grave. On my great aunt's grave and her daughter. Excuse me. And they was something there, looked like it was standing there sniffing the flowers on top of the tombstone. We went on down to my mom's grave there, and I panned around, didn't see nothing with the SLS. And the stone that's up above my mom's headstone there, well, she didn't got a headstone yet, but right above her grave, there was another stone there, and the SLS picked up something there. So it was crazy that night. It's just so weird, those stick figures. Oh yeah, I wished I can record it as I do YouTube, put it on my show with the YouTube itself, where I don't have to hold my camera in front of the SLS so you can see it. But I wished I could swing it over to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey there, Stevie. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in, man. Said hi to Stevie. Vicky says hi to Stevie. But it was actually a pretty cool night. I thought it was going to rain, but it never did. It got cloudy, and then all of a sudden it just quit. Sky opened up, and we had like a half of a moon shining. So it was actually pretty good night. Stuff was still happening. It's just I was getting a little cold because I forgot to take my coat and stuff with me. You have a channel, Vicky. Hey, Vicky, if you can, just I don't know how to do it, but if you want to type in the give me a minute, I'll think of it. Type in C.O.P.S and it'll drop you a link for them. They do a lot on Facebook. Yeah, I Nightbot. If you type in C.O.P.S, Nightbot will drop you a link for you. You can type yours in too if you want to. Just type in C.O.P.S, C.O.P.S, and it'll drop you a link. Yeah, it's not a lot of videos. Our Facebook page. Group page. Yeah, their Facebook's got quite a bit on it, which I'm a member of. Hey there, Professional Paranormal Research. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm getting ready to jump off of here. I got to go to work in the morning. So about 4 o'clock comes pretty early now. I'll check later, Vicky. That's cool. Appreciate you checking in it. Like I said, though, we actually had some pretty good activity last night. So I'll probably download the video tonight. Just got off work. Yeah, I'll be going in here in a little bit. Hi, everyone. Great. Yeah, before I go to bed, I will download it. It normally here lately hadn't taken that long. Normally, if I download it here at the house, it'll take about 2 days to download because our internet ain't the greatest thing in the world. But here lately, I can cut my internet off my phone, the Wi-Fi, and I can download, and it'll be there up about 3 hours, if that. It took me one day for a 15-minute short video. It took almost a week to upload, and I didn't do anything to it. Just everything I do, I don't edit nothing or anything like that. It was crazy. Yeah, I am feeling that 4 o'clock as well, Johnson. I want to get on here earlier. Oh, you're fine, buddy. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me. Okay, it's working. Yep, my Friday, yay. Yeah. Monday and Tuesday, off Wednesday and Thursday. Then work a long week, so I just gets tired. Oh wow. I love your channel, Johnson. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for coming in and checking it out. If you don't mind, try to tell your friends I'm 5 away from having 400. I can't believe it got this far. So I'm kind of excited. So now I got to do my 300 giveaway and 400 giveaway at the same time. So I'm going to be giving away some flashlights. These kind of lights right here. I use these kind of lights like this for clipping it on my book when I read at nights before I go to bed. So I got 2 of these left. I'm gonna give them away. Then I got a bunch of these. I got blue, red, and black. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 14 of these I got to give away because I'm cleaning off my shelf. And I only got 3 of these, but I'll give probably 2 of these away. These are pretty good little lights. I use these quite a bit. These are headlamps. You put them on your head, and then also you can take it off and stick it on something because it's got a magnet back there. But that's some of the prizes I'm going to be giving away. And I do have a desk lamp that I'm going to be giving away. Jamie and Vicky one of my very first ones at my first giveaway like that. Let's see. I worked 3 12-hour shifts and 1 16-hour shift and off every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Good Lord, we're actually thinking about doing that ourselves at our work. At one time, they was thinking about doing that. If did, ones that works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you'll get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, but you only work 4 days. But I think they're like 12-hour days in a row. Then they'll get that off as rest of the time, and then one person works Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and pretty much off all week long, just work the weekend from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday it was in there. I'm not real sure, but I was thinking about considering that part. Oh yes, come on. I just want a lot of content as much as you can. We gonna try to because it's starting to warm up now, and we're gonna start doing uh, a lot more stuff outside as far as things. Uh, 9 every week, just to 7 days. I love it. Yeah, we're thinking about doing that. Yes, nice light. I'm a retired nurse, work 12-hour shifts. Yeah, my wife is a nurse. She's a registered nurse from North Carolina. She got her bachelor's degree in nursing and science. Uh, Devildog, how you doing, buddy? I know, Lee, Devildog. Nobody likes you here. Jamie's not here. She left. She said she had something else to do. Uh, I hope you have a good night, cops. And everyone, sorry I came in at the end. Oh, you're fine. Appreciate you coming in though, man. It shows it just shows me some support. You don't matter how long you stay. I don't care how long you stay, as long as you come in and say, hey, bye. That's that's just it, man. Nice. I'm a LPN. No, I'm here. Laugh out loud. I used to live in Houston, Devil Dog. Cool. That's my dad's name, Houston. I just gave myself a thumbs up. Ain't that cool? Vicky says, hey, Devil Dog. Come on, computer. Says hi to Rowan. Says hi to Vicky. um, I was gonna say something right quick. Oh yeah, like I said though, I do have 395 people, and uh, I'm 5 away from having 400. That's what I'm looking at right there, just to prove it. And I don't want nobody to think I'm joshing them or nothing. But I've been going visiting all different kinds of communities. I've been watching people doing crochet work, sewing, uh, paranormal stuff, uh, communities, homestead communities, uh, camping, fishing, hunting communities. Everybody I see that I'm interested in, because I'm interested in all that kind of stuff. And so I join in on their chats and stuff. I see. I'll try, Jonathan. Oh, you're fine. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I just got to get all the stuff back in the box and get things ready and get in the bed after a while. Let's see. That's how I found you. Yeah, I came in on that show you was on that day. I can't remember what show that was, but I've been sub to that channel for a while, and I never did get notifications until that day I stumbled by there, and I went there and mashed on, watched the video, and then went back and checked see if I was subscribed to it, and I was. And I said, well, that's funny because I ain't got the notification. Yes, that's the one. I think I've been subbed to that one for about 6 or 7 months, but I never did get any kind of notification when I went live and stuff like that. I just like to sit and watch people, especially when they do crocheting and sewing and stuff, see all the stuff they can make with their hands, and it's useful stuff. My mother-in-law, she crochets. She crocheted me a blanket that I use, but I use it to cover up with because I stay cold more than my wife does. She stays hot, so I look like an Eskimo. And she made me a blanket, and it's, when you crochet, you got the holes and stuff in it. It's not a African thing. It's just a regular blanket. My toes get tangled up in it. About one night I pulled it up on my head. I get my toes in one of them holes, and I about ripped my foot off. Wow. Good. Go to Judy May Collins. Her channel is great for support. Okay, I'll check that out. It's awesome. Granny Square. I've been watching what's her name? I can't think of that one that I've been watching. I'll get it pulled up right here. I've been watching this channel. She does a lot of sewing and stuff. I've been watching that one. She is from Virginia, and she lives right there, right where I want to go investigate it. Laugh out loud. Devildog. Don't know her. She does a lot of sewing, and her channel is interesting. She does a lot of how to do stuff on her channel. And when she talks, you just get lost in the way she talks to you, and you just learn. And I don't know nothing about sewing, but I'm about learning how to put a thread in a needle and stick it in that machine and watch it go up and down. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Cool. I just did a story about Ohio, Dayton, Ohio one day. We are in Dayton, Texas. Me and my wife was dating in North Carolina before we got married. Yeah, it's close to Houston. I felt left out, so I had to say something. Laugh out loud, Devildog. It's close to Houston. Laugh out loud, Johnson. Yeah, we lived in Houston for years. Yeah. Oh, me. I guess I'm going to be getting off of here, y'all. I do appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all don't mind, go check out the P3 program. If you don't have a paranormal team, you can still join anyway as a paranormal supporter. Great, amazing teams that's in there, groups and individuals. Okay, okie dokie. when I was 9, my mom wanted to try and crochet me a long skirt, all ruffled, and it looked so pretty, but was so heavy. couldn't hardly walk. Yeah, she made she made me that blanket, and it had holes in it. And my wife laughs at me anyway because I got big feet and my toes is about as long as my foot. And she gets tickled at me because I get them all tangled up. She'll walk by me or something or like that, and she'll see my toes sticking through the blanket. And I pulled it up over my shoulder like one day and about threw my foot up past my head, about kicked myself in the face and everything. But it's warm though, that's for sure. Let's see what else I can say to make you laugh for a second. No, that's about all I know what to say. But yeah, I'm going to try to go get a few more of these umbrellas because now I can't say if it's raining. We can't investigate because I can bolt this back up on my tripod over my camera and lock her down with this. And so, because it does bend a little bit right here, it's like a little flexible doodad. It's not a very big one. I don't know what size it says. It's not a very big one. I don't know how big it is. I'm not going to open it up because that's a knee slapper. Good idea. Yeah, we're going to go back and get a couple more because I didn't realize that they still make something like it. I know that I remember when I was growing up, my mom had a few of those, and I didn't think they still made them, but I went by the dollar store the other day and I saw them in there. So it took me a while to get some, but I got three. I got three of them. So well, I want to get at least have 5 and get me another box made and just lay them in it and my tripods and stuff like that. Keep everything organized. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, go over to her channel, over to that channel, and just say Crossover Paranormal sent me over here to check you out, and I like it, and you do all the stuff that you're supposed to do just so you stay with that channel. I know she's a big channel now. She's got 18.5K people in there, and she's got 548 videos. She does quilting and things like that. So let's see. You ever seen a ghost? I have had some experiences. She was at this was a lady. She was at my family cemetery. I didn't record it because I couldn't move. Whatever it was had some kind of spell on me that night. I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't turn nothing. I couldn't move. Literally couldn't even pick up my arm. Was at my front of my grandparents' grave where you can see their names and the date they died and all that stuff. I was right there, right at the foot, having a tripod set right on the foot of the grave and pointing. And I was actually live that night because somehow it actually stayed live on me that night. I just leaned over like this, looking the chat. That was the same night that my dad was his first night back into investigating. He just had got out of hospital like 2 or 3 weeks before that. And I just want to try getting back into paranormal slowly. I didn't want to rush him back in. I want to do it a little at a time because he had a rough time right there. And because he liked to die in May, and of last year. We was there at the grave. And like I said, I was leaned over, reading the chat. I can't remember who I was reading at that particular time. And when I leaned back up, I heard somebody cough. I asked my dad, I said, was that you coughing? He was standing up there at the truck because my truck wasn't about like not even 15 yards away from me because I want to have him somewhere where he can sit down if he needed to because he was still weak, And I stood back up straight. After I asked my dad that, he coughed, and I said, "No, that ain't what I heard. It was a cough, but that wasn't the sound." And I looked out of the corner of my eyes like that because I couldn't move my head. There was something white standing right beside of me, about arm distance out from me. Just stood there facing the same way I was facing. It was solid white. It wasn't glowing, but it had a little glow to it because I can see what it was. And I couldn't move my head. I couldn't turn my body or nothing like that. All I can see my eyeballs. That's the only thing gonna move. And all of a sudden it disappeared. Then I can be able to move my head and my body and stuff. That was really weird. That's about the closest I ever got to without something being touching me and stuff like that. Because I have been touched. I've been pinched in the side. My leg from my knee down to my shin actually got brushed up one night. We was at the clinic. I don't know what it was. I guess it was one of them dogs was running through the room because there wasn't nobody in there. We didn't have no animals in there with us or nothing. My cousin was sitting on that one stool there, and then my cousin Shasta, she was sitting on the day bed. And I was standing in the door, didn't see nothing. I've seen where they was at, but it was pitch black, but I can see their silhouette where they was at. And something brushed me up against the leg, and I shined my flashlight, and there wasn't nothing there. And I could have swore that dog walked over there and hit me. And if it did, I would be coming out of that building off the second floor. I would walk right straight out that window. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's a good show. I like to watch her show. She does normally lives, but I always pretty much catch the replays. Jamie dropped her channel link right there for you. So just go back and check it out. One night was at John Martin's grave. The power was out. Joseph was with us that night. We got over to the graveyard, and we drove by the rock house first. And I told him, I said, "Man, look like somebody's messing with the rocks over there. Either the wall fell down or somebody's taking them down or something other happened because it ain't nothing but just the ruins over there anyway." And he looks after around that area where he takes pretty good care of keeping an eye out and stuff like that. Because they have been people going over there vandalizing and stuff and this and that. And it's part of history. I don't know why they wouldn't want to do something like that. It got so bad they put up a fence around all the way around the property. Well, just around the house. Anyway, it just came up that storm and it just had blowed over and everything. And it was a bad storm, so it knocked the power out over around that area where Joseph lived at. And I told Daddy, I said, "I think tonight's going to be a good night because it's got a lot of energy build up. The lightning and thunder and the rain just had quit. Steam coming up off the asphalt, because it was pretty warm that night too. So I had a feeling that it was going to be a good night. Everything happened. We went live in the cemetery, and I cut the big light on my tripod, that 1500 lumens light, and it lit up the whole world. I mean, I think we'd draw bugs from 2 counties away. Daddy was over there slapping bugs. I was slapping bugs. And he said, I got to move, because he was actually sitting almost in front of the light. So he got up and walked over to the fence behind me where I was standing at. And the wind wasn't blowing whatsoever. It was dead. The wind was calm as cucumber. I mean, you couldn't ask for no better without the wind. And he said, I'm getting tired. So he went over and stood up against the tree right behind where we was at. And he said, I'm getting tired. Are we getting ready to leave? I said, yeah, here in a few minutes. Joseph, he got a little ill because he thought he laid his guard down over around the rock house. And used to be lights. Well, there still is lights shining on the house at nighttime, but they wasn't that night because the power was out over that way. The storm knocked out everybody's power. So he realized he got halfway over there. He couldn't see nothing because he didn't have no flashlight with him. So he come back and stood on the other side of the road before he crossed. He lit him up a cigarette and everything. And like I said, I was leaning over into the chat, reading chat. And my dad, got back over at the fence behind me about arm distance away from me. And I just leaned back up and looking at the chat and everything I was reading. I forget who else was there that night again. And when I stood back up and I turned around to the fence like that, there was actually a gust of wind about knocked me over. I mean, it was hard wind, like real hard force. My dad was standing right there behind me, hands distance away, and he didn't feel it. I said, man, did you feel that gust of air come through here? He said, no. I mean, I could reach out and just slapped him like that. That's how close my dad was with me. And I can't explain what happened. I don't know what happened. I must have been standing in front of a portal or something. And that's going to live with me for as long as that I can remember anything, because that was the craziest night that anything like that ever happens to me. So I actually had to be standing in front of a portal that in a time frame of John Martin was riding his horse. He was heading off to battle or something. Oh, that's the way it feels. Just like a big old force of wind just about carry you plumb off your feet. That's weird. It was weird. That was very, very weird. I hate that I tell the story so long, but I had to tell you that part to get to the other part, so that part would sound right for that part, you know. But not this weekend, not this Saturday, not the next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, we're going to be doing a Victorian picnic. I've got 5. I'm going to do 5 spots. Me and my dad's going to do a picnic at a cemetery. Vicky, if you're still going to do it, I got your name down here. Just let me know for sure, so I will go ahead and mark it. And if anybody else here wants to do a picnic in a cemetery with us, I will send out a link to you. All I need just to email, so I can email you the link. And I will send Vicky yours through Facebook Messenger, like I've always had. And I'll bring up on panel. We will talk about the cemetery. We'll talk about the grave that we're at. We'll talk about what kind of food we have, or sandwiches, drinks. If you want to take a dessert, snack, whatever. Not unless you want to take the traditional meal, such as cold roast beef. I can deal with cold roast beef. Cold boiled beef, or 2 ribs of lamb, 2 shoulders of a lamb, 4 roasted fowls. I guess that's some kind of duck bird or something. 2 roasted ducks, 1 ham, 1 tongue. It don't say what kind: hog, cow, chicken, what, fresh pies, veal, or pigeons. And that is what they take enough food to feed 40 people. Don't matter if it's 5 or 6 people, they have enough food for 40 people. And that's what I wrote down. And their desserts, you got fruit turnovers, cheesecake, sweet steamed pudding, whatever that is, and jam puffs. That's for the dessert. And their beverages, drinks, are bottle of Yale ginger beer, soda water, lemonade, tea, sherry, and brandy for the grown-ups. So we're going to do that as a Victorian picnic because we did a Victorian series on Thursday nights, which I'm going to get back to. That's really weird. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. So we're going to talk about the cemeteries and everything. We are discussing it. I told group we would have to eat tongue. They all said no at the same time. I don't blame them. I don't blame them a bit. But yeah, just when you find out that y'all are going to participate, just let me know, okay? I do have your name written down here, but I got a question mark beside it. It might be just end up me and my dad doing one, and because I still got 3 more spots to fill up. Maybe I can get Devildog and Jamie go do it. Go to the cemetery and eat. Beef tongue is supposed to be delicious. Yeah, that's what they say, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. That's just like bacon cheeseburger. They don't go together. Bacon and cheeseburger does not go together. And I order a cheeseburger and they still put bacon on there and I don't order it. Well, it's 10:30 here, y'all, so I've got to get into bed, and I really appreciate it. I run around the cemetery as a kid for fun. Yeah, we did that too. Especially at my family cemetery. It was really, really small at that time, but it seemed like it was big when we was little, but now we're big. Now it seems little. If that makes sense. Okay, we're going to try if weather warms and dries up. That's fine. Yeah, just let me know. I'm for sure, and we'll do it. Not sure if I could eat in a cemetery. We're going to do it during the daytime around probably about 1 o'clock for us. So that'd be 12 o'clock for the Central Time and some kind of clock in Pacific Time. And then that night, but we're going to actually have some equipment with us. We'll probably take I don't know if I'll set the SLS up or not, but that would be cool to set that up to see if we have a guest with us. I think that would be pretty interesting. We probably will have either a K2 or a Cat Toy sitting there with us. And things like that, just so if we have something there to come and visit us, that would be so crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, y'all, and I do appreciate it. Just send me a message, Vicky, if you can. I love to be at the Wright Brothers Cemetery pilot and eat. Yeah, I would like to go there too. I never been to place where they done the flying that Kitty Hawk. I would like to go there and investigate. I don't know if they will let you or not, since it's like big main history or some sort. But I think it'll be pretty cool. Me and Mr. Orville Wright, we was good friends in school, so I think it'll be pretty cool. My dad probably growed up with him. Sure as world. He was born in 1897. Just so y'all know, I pick on my dad a lot being old. It's so fun. They are buried in Dayton. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Vega says laugh out loud. Hey Austin, how you doing, buddy? So that's might do a investigating in Tennessee. That's pretty cool. Your dad is sweet. Yeah. Yeah, he's cool. I couldn't have asked for a better father. Reed says hi. James says hi. Robin says hi. But I mean, we've actually been doing this for about 3, probably going on 4 years now. So every time I go out, he's normally there with me. So you'll see him most time in my live videos when we're doing location, because he's always there, or any recordings I do, he's normally there. He don't come in on my chats like this or nothing like that. So all right, I'm gonna get off of here, and I appreciate it. Thank y'all a lot. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Appreciate you, Jamie, you, Vicky, for hanging out with me, and you too, Robin. Let's see, Mr. Devildog. He was in here earlier. There he is. Professional paranormal research. I appreciate him also. And my buddy Steven. My buddy Stevie, outdoorsman. I work with his sister at my work, so I know that's how I know him. My buddy Mr. Baker, Dwayne Baker. I get to see him tomorrow. I hadn't seen him all week. Per Solo. Mr. Rogers. My buddy Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. Myers Paranormal. My brother. And just doing our best. Kenny. Appreciate him coming in too. Let me find his name. He's there somewhere. KK Bootsie. So everybody that came in, I appreciate each and every one of you. Robin says bye everyone. Bye everyone. Have a great night. Don't be mean to Luke. Hey guys. Everybody have a blessed night. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all a lot. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you seen something there that you like, that we have our piece of our equipment that we use. We're going to try to use pretty much all of this at one time in one investigation. I didn't ever show this, my little recorder. You know, that is one of the pieces of equipment I can't remember that I have. So maybe I can do some on the other half of the equipment that we have left, like my DVR system, the grid pin and all that stuff. And we're working on getting us some more cat toys, because one we got now is done shot its wad. It won't do nothing else. So I hope to see y'all again on the next thing, and I will try to upload that video here in a little bit and let it work its way out tonight. And by the morning, it should be uploaded, and then y'all can be able to watch it. Appreciate it. Thank y'all a lot, and y'all have a blessed night. And like Matt always says, happy hauntings.
What is the Global Ghost Hunt to me? The Global Ghost Hunt is a celebration of teams and locations, not just here in the U.S., but all around the world. It is an opportunity to unite groups and enthusiasts of this paranormal community in many different ways, and to highlight teams, locations, and all of us. And honestly, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? You get to experience new groups. You get to promote yourself, promote your teams, and more importantly, too, the locations. A lot of our locations are being forgotten. So the Global Ghost Hunt is a perfect opportunity to bring your team, bring your locations out into the spotlight and have your chance to have your 15 minutes of fame and to make an everlasting impact in our community.